Alright everyone, welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters Day 1 of Taipei. Nathanias and I are here in the studio in Burbank, Southern California, where we are covering some of the guys of our open bracket play today.
Some guys, just some guys, you know.
Some of the best guys.
Just a couple of people that like to play StarCraft.
Yeah. You
know,
may or may not have seen them before.
You might have heard of our next two players. They're kinda...
I want to say some games, and I said some guys, and I know that sounded a little weird. But this is going to be an awesome best of 3. This is going to be the best one I think we'll have today on the secondary stream of the Intel Extreme Masters. It is time for Soulkey against Liquid HerO. Should be great. The game is already underway, so we should just go ahead and introduce, in my opinion, Nate, the coolest player, the coolest Zerg in the world to introduce. Not because I think he's the coolest Zerg, I just think his name is so damn cool. Representing TCM, it is Soulkey.
Soulkey.
Sounds like you know, the final boss of Mortal Kombat. Soulkey. No?
No, I can dig it.
And over here in the left bottom side of the map, we have one of my all-time favorites. It's been a while since he has been dominating, but he has shown us earlier today that he is still an excellent Protoss, and perhaps it's just a matter of time before he will shine again. It is Liquid's very own HerO.
Yeah. Forge opening.
But I'm spawning pool.
Aw, you went pool first.
Soulkey,
you know I like my cannon rushes too much, Kev. I'm a horrible person.
Soulkey wasn't born last night, Nate.
He knows his build ain't right.
Nope. Oh, he's gonna try to avoid the probes.
Oh, cheeky Calaris.
Calaris is right now watching the B stream in
Taipei.
Taipei.
I wonder if we've said that more than Sean has on the mainstream.
No. Today, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, today maybe. Because I feel ever since we started doing it, they stopped doing it.
Maybe that's.
But I'm
is
sure
that why we did it?
I'm sure Calaris has said that a couple of Zerglings are nibbling away at something. I'm convinced. I will go over to hear these. If that didn't happen,
with how many Zergs in this tournament, I would agree with you on that one.
It's one of my favorite Calaris quotes. Or not really quotes, more like sayings. The Zerglings are nibbling away.
Nibbling away.
There we go again. They keep on nibbling.
He's having a bite.
Cannon before gateway shows that HerO is a tiny bit worried about a couple of early Zerglings running across the map. Of course, as a Protoss, normally you want to get your gate before your cannon, because that means quicker core, that means quicker everything. But it doesn't change all that much, just a tiny bit.
Ooh, the pylon block. Wow.
Oh, cheeky.
I guess when you open with Forge, that's usually the only time I see the pylon block on the third base.
Yep. Of
The
course
exception being that Vonnie Research Station game, when he went Nexus first in the gateway.
Yeah. Well, that was solid. That was a really solid opening by HerO. Even though that game still got kind of tricky, and on a certain point I even thought he was going to lose it. In the end, he didn't. Soulkey is like, all right.
Oh my god!
You want to block base number 3, mate? I'll take base number 4. And base number 4 is a gold. It's like when you keep opening boxes, you know, and eventually you get the gold. Like, yes.
I know you know, ever since I started playing Counter-Strike, I know exactly that feeling, Kevin. I literally know how that feels.
A couple of Zerglings are going to find, I think, this probe as well. That's high. Oh, he has to be careful though. He could theoretically cannon this. No, wait. He needs to.
Oh,
yeah.
what if you imagine? Oh, the dream is alive.
We see again. We see crouching probe, hidden pylon.
He's gonna drop some cannons. Oh yeah.
And the moment the cannons go up, the drums
again to beat. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Oh snap! You know what the best part about this is? These cannons will finish right after the hatchery does, so he can't cancel it. He doesn't know.
Soulkey doesn't know. Soulkey is actually surprisingly close to Scotty. Soulkey is in for a rough awakening. Well, he has a couple of... He's going to try to save it though. No, no, he's going to give it up.
Oh.
He's going to sacrifice
Queen
it.
ran away. She gave up.
300.
Gave up on love.
I'm not giving. Never mind, I'm giving up. I'm not giving up on his hatch. Never mind. Change my mind. Definitely giving up. Wow, great stuff over here for HerO. Crouching probe, hidden pylon, hidden cannon, dead hatchery. It's as easy as that, Nate.
Yeah, and he starts now the latest third base you want to take versus a Protoss player.
Yeah, that's 7 minutes. Take a look at the income tab right now. 36 workers on either side. Alright, alright. So that's relatively even. Yeah, he definitely does need cannon number 3.
Yeah, it's a bit overkill.
Yeah, but I guess he just wanted to be rather safe than sorry, just in case like 3 queens would show up and then like Zerglings would work on these
Yeah,
cannons as well.
then it gets really crazy. Robo facility on the way for HerO. And a lot of gateways, +1.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Like, this is always one of these tricky scenarios where you could go absolutely ham on 2 bases, or you could just play it out on 3 bases. I would say neither is the wrong choice. You could say, you know, when ahead, get further ahead, but you can also say when you can win the game, you should. And with the weak economy that Soulkey has had so far, if HerO executes a 2-base push properly, you know, whether it's +1 or, you know, a bunch of immortal sentries, it's gonna be very difficult to hold for Soulkey. His layer is late, means Hydralisk is late, his gas economy is weak. Like, just okay. Twilight now. I mean, if HerO goes up to 3 bases, I have absolutely no problem with that. Soulkey's economy is he's actually up 10 workers now.
Just droning out.
No.
He's got a few roaches coming. Twilight Council and +1 are finishing up, so I imagine we'll see +2 and Blink. The Warp Prism, though. That's the real question. How much can he get done with this? Oh, did he see it? I feel like it's close. But that pylon, those cannons actually allow for him to push so easily from that direction.
These roaches go. Oh, Dark Shrine. Weird decision, I think.
Yeah,
I don't really like the I don't like the Dark Shrine at all, actually. I mean, he does have the Prism, right? But he's got spotted now, but the Zerglings in the middle of the map as well. I don't take. Oh, okay. Oh, Prism. That's a nice safety, man. Those VIP zealots, man.
That is a good way to use it at least. Oh, it kills the roach.
The zealots are like, man, we drunk, partied our asses off, and then suddenly Warp Prism shows up. Don't worry, guys, I got you.
Hey, man, I wish helicopter showed up to save me after a long night out.
That is the dream. Now for Soulkey, it's very good news that these were not 4 sentries that unloaded on top of that ramp. That would have been very deadly.
Oh!
He's gonna try to surround the queen.
Oh!
Pretty much gets it. You're really overdoing that, mate.
It was good though.
It was really good, and that's actually very good zealot positioning over here as well. Gets a couple of excellent trades up over here. While going up to 3 bases during all this, Dark Shrine is 60-70% done. And these zealots do eventually get picked off, but still, good little surround.
Yeah, being able to look at that queen is nice. My real question is, because he invested in that Dark Shrine, Kev, I don't feel like he has a lot to hold off against this potential Hydra play. Or I don't think he can even hold his 3rd, period.
Well, losing the 3rd base, that's definitely going to suck, because then I just feel that everything you just accomplished with those zealots.
It's like you make all these fancy moves, and then it's like, well, actually, I'm standing exactly where I was at the beginning of this dance.
It's basically, you know, scoring a touchdown while you're down 29.
He didn't even cancel the hatch. Other than Nexus.
Oh, no cancel?
No cancel. Just died.
Alright, so Warp Prism, I think warped in DTs, right? DTs were warped in.
I mean, there's an Overseer there.
All the way at home?
Spreading them out across all the bases.
Oh man,
there's
this is
Overseers
bad.
already placed.
I think that Soulkey definitely knows. He has seen it somehow, some way. Where is the Dark Shrine? Oh, he just...
man.
He could smell it, mate. Observers everywhere.
What does it smell like?
I don't know.
Pain.
Like,
Wow, just run all your units away when the DT shows up, why don't you?
I mean, come on.
Okay, you got it. He's got it.
We gotta be nice. We gotta give credit where credit is due. I think this was a great, great read here by Soulkey. It was, one could say, a soul read. No, you're not feeling it, Nate?
Not that one.
Ah, that's just because you didn't like me. You're wrecked.
Well met, Kevin.
You don't have the poker experience.
It's okay.
81 army supply against 39.
Yeah, like I said, like how is he supposed to ever get this 3rd base? He's done. As Litud would say, he's got him on the lockdown.
He's going for the lockdown, and it's going to be really hard to break these continues. This time he does cancel. Oh, don't end up losing your mothership core as well. That would really sting. No!
Oh my!
Man, that's terrible.
That's bad.
That's really not good.
HerO's in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
I think Soulkey's got this.
Yeah, I think so as well. A couple of forces go down, but this is just kind of... I mean, he does have energy for days. So, you know, best case scenario is HerO wins
Soulkey
this fight.
overextends, I guess, then he's got that going. And that's a chance.
I mean, I don't think Turbulency will end, no.
Yeah,
Turbulency
there are enough force fields, I feel.
to win this fight.
Yeah.
Especially with Colossus number 2 showing up as well. Don't lose that Immortal. You're gonna need the Immortal against the Roaches, but the Immortal does get picked up. Eventually, HerO does win this fight because of all these Colossus, but because of all these forces, I mean, but that doesn't mean that he can march across the map and, you know, make an attack, step on creep. Even though there is not that much creep. The DTs actually did a pretty good job in picking off a couple of these creep tumors. That is one thing these Dark Templars did get done.
Yeah. That's very... It's like sniping the cloak units with the cloak. Observer's gonna get killed inside of the main base. The Hive was spotted, and Enduring Locust was on the way. Did he did cancel it. He canceled Enduring Locust, so he changed his mind about going into Swarm Hosts. Interesting.
He's like, I'm that far ahead, I don't even need Swarm Hosts anymore. A couple of Zerglings are going to try to cancel this base one more time. There is a sentry coming in, actually. I don't think not this time. The Nexus is too much HP.
It's really low, Kev.
No. It's gonna live. I believed for a second with you, mate. Spirits of the universe were combined, we all believed, and then... And so
we
the
got
point
shut down.
so the point acceptance sinks in there. It's over. It is not going down.
No, it can't be over.
Oh yeah, sometimes you have to let it go now. Roaches and Hydras walking around the middle of the map. There is a Hive, so I think you can get Vipers.
Yeah,
And,
that's the only way to beat this army
and
now.
I totally recommend him getting a couple of Vipers really soon. Because I have seen Protoss armies of 70 supply killing Hydra armies of 104. If he gets 2 or 3 Vipers out, I don't think that HerO ever expects him to have a Hive, by the way. I mean, maybe he does, I don't know. He fights a couple of these Roaches and Hydras over here that are very exposed on the right side of the map. More Roaches coming in from the top side right now,
Force
but
fields
good
are still
force
pretty
fields.
good.
But I mean, Soulkey just needs to buy time, to be honest with you.
Does he have enough force fields to clear all of it? Yeah, it looks like.
But I mean, these Hydras got a reasonable trade over here, and in the end, Soulkey's just running around and he's getting Vipers. And if he gets 2 Vipers, he gets 2 Abducts, like he should be able to land. I can't believe that HerO is in this game at 16-minute mark on 2 bases. How do you do this, Nate?
I have no idea, man. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, that one fight by Soulkey was pretty bad in HerO's natural.
I mean, Soulkey has definitely committed a lot of units that he
Abduct!
didn't need to lose.
Number
Grab
1!
Yeah.
Abduct number 2, it doesn't have energy.
No. Oh, wow. Okay, well that's upsetting, but with only 1 Colossus is not enough. There's actually not enough damage up with to clear all this, so he kills it. And with that, it's just Roach Hydra versus Stalkers.
Yep.
And, I've very rarely seen players win with just Stalkers versus a Roach Hydra.
Yeah, unless you have an overwhelming amount or +3 attacks, it's just not going to be enough. And HerO pretty much knows it now as well, that he is dead in this game. Tried to go up to 3 bases like 5 times. Why did he cancel? He canceled it on purpose or something? Because the Zerglings didn't kill it, so
Maybe
what happened?
He canceled it for minerals to try to push.
Yeah, I guess. He kind of missed it. Anyways, now he's like, well, I gotta do something. He actually had so much money during that push, doesn't really make sense. But I just don't know, man. I felt the early game went pretty well for HerO. I didn't like the Dark Templar follow-up that much. I would have rather see him go absolutely all out on a 2-base attack. Or just go up to 3 bases immediately, but... You know, DTs is still kind of a hit or miss play. It's not something that's very often like, oh, you know, I'll control the pace of the game with it a little bit. In PvP, there are some scenarios where you can have that approach, but in PvZ, I feel it's a bigger investment.
Yeah, he's moving it now into the natural expansion. There's not really a lot he can do with the Vipers here with enough energy for Abducts. If anything was here that could fight, it would get killed. So GG is called, and nice. Well played game by Soulkey after what had a busy start. The cannon rush at the gold base, the pylon block at the 3rd. He handled everything pretty well.
Yeah, I felt like in the start, it was my wire. Man, today has just been a day where Rotterdam has been struggling with microphones in a terrible way. But that's okay. I felt like it was starting, you know, it was all going pretty well for HerO, like I said, and we both kind of questioned the DT choice, and I think in the end it was just not worth it. You know, the follow-up that he did with the Prism, I think that was kind of nice with the Zealots, you know, they definitely got something done, they got the Queen and stuff. Or that was actually slightly before the DTs. Like, that was all still going okay. It's just like HerO's problem was he was never able to secure his 3rd base, also losing that Mothership core, but by then I already felt like this game was turning into a disaster. It's just, I don't think he needed the DT to secure anything in this game. I don't think he needed to secure an advantage. I don't think he needed Dark Templars to go up to 3 bases. I think he should have just either gone up to 2 bases or 3 bases or go for a 2-base all-in. I think either of those 2 choices would have been fine. Like I said, when you're ahead, get more ahead, or when you're ahead, just try to win the game. I just think, you know, the one decision that was a bad one is be stuck on 2 bases and then rely on a unit that has to do damage to pay for its own investment, and when it doesn't do it, then suddenly you're in a dicey position, as some would say.
Bit of a dicey one. So, next map is Catalina, and we are loaded in. Yeah, the vetoes kind of reflect what I expected so far today. I'm surprised that we actually saw Inferno Pools at all.
I'm happy we saw Inferno Pools. That was a good game.
I'm happy. I was just surprised, that's all.
Do you like playing on it?
I think it's pretty good for Reapers. I'm the kind of guy who really likes to be active with poking with Reapers because I'm like really greedy about SCV scouting and scans.
Yeah.
I don't like to scout very much, so
You're
I
like Bomber.
yeah. So that's why I hate Expedition Lost because it's impossible to Reaper scout on that map. So I always lose.
Alrighty, Nate. Over here in the 9 o'clock position of Catalina, we have the one, the only, TCM Soulkey. Who do you think would win in a wrestling match, Soulkey or the Undertaker?
That's just a terrible question to ask.
Oh.
How could Soulkey possibly hope to win against the Undertaker?
The Undertaker got nerfed.
Oh,
No.
I thought you were talking about the actual wrestler.
Yeah, I was.
God damn. I can't handle this. I can't believe you just did that to me.
Over here at the 5 o'clock position of Catalina, we have the Protoss who's down 0-1. It is Liquid HerO.
No fun allowed. Oh man, it's a pool first opening for Soulkey. He's not taking any chances. Although I guess with the probe in your base, you don't want to take chances. So is HerO going to be a greedy boy? Nexus first.
I mean, for us, this is of course a very relaxing series to catch. You know, we're just sitting here in a studio in Burbank, California, watching some awesome StarCraft games. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying it as well. Wherever you are, it's a difficult time to be awake. For HerO, on the other hand, Nate, this is a massive series, man. Like, it's been a while since he's had a, you know, a breakthrough. Well, I can't really call it breakthrough performance. He's broken through like 17 times, but that he's had a phenomenal run at a big tournament. Another elimination in the open bracket. That's just not what you're hoping for, man, if you're Liquid HerO. So this is definitely a very big series, even though for us, you know, it's very late, we've had a long day, and we're just kind of sitting here giggling around. It is a big series of StarCraft 2, especially for the Pink Protoss. But then, of course, you could say the same for Soulkey. Once upon a time, widely regarded as the best Zerg player in the world, and definitely deserved the title as well. Now, you know, it's kind of hard. Where do we play Soulkey now?
I'm really not sure. He hasn't had incredible results since leaving his, you know, the Kespa blanket, as it were. But I guess it's so hard to keep track of these things because you always want to compare them back to the other Kespa players, and then you look at players like Dark who have just suddenly come up. At least
Would you put Dark over Soulkey though? That just doesn't feel right.
Results wise, I mean, he's wrecking face in Pro League, man, more than any other Zerg.
There's a couple best of ones here and there, man. It's Soulkey.
Yeah, it's just you got to compare who they're playing against though. When you're playing in a lot of these tournaments against other non-Kespa Koreans, can really.
Yeah, but like Soulkey is one freaking GSL, man.
Well, he has to, you know, you're asking about his condition now.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's just.
I don't question Soulkey's achievements. I just I want to be impressed by his play now that he's no longer, you know, in a Kespa environment.
Maybe I'm too romantic. I
want
to hang on to the past, Nate.
I think we can both agree though that this is a different type of tournament than he's used to playing.
Hey, did you see that guy?
Yeah, that probe. He was a probe. He was a probe.
That was you and me right there. You were the one with the red HP. You were on a rough night out.
What?
And then I saw you were coming home.
That does not describe our
Yes, that totally describes our relationship. Forgot BlizzCon, mate.
Okay. Oh yeah. Warpgate's on the way for HerO. And 2 extractors for Soulkey. So he's making a nice switch into gas. He started at 5:30. Okay. Pretty standard. Nothing too crazy.
No, where's HerO gonna take this, man? It's tough playing a PvZ when you're down 0-1, because a lot of PvZ builds are so much nicer to execute when you're up 1-0 than when you're down 0-1. And that sounds really silly, right? That sounds like the stupidest thing that well, I've said a lot of stupid things, but that sounds like another stupid thing I just said. But it's something that truly is like that. Protoss has a lot of kind of risky builds, and if you're in the flow, then you can just do whatever you want, and somehow everything seems to work. If you're down 0-2, the last thing that you want to have happen to yourself is going out by trying to execute another 4-gate pressure and have it fail miserably, and you look like the noob that just tried to 4-gate in game number 3 of a deciding best of 5. Like, I even asked Hawk this question once when he was down 0-2 against the Zerg. I was like, Hawk, you scouted 3 hatch, no gas, why didn't you 4-gate? He's like, man, like if it was game 1 or game 2, I would have probably done it, but I was already down 0-2. I just didn't want to risk everything on the 4-gate pressure, and it's really weird, but that's the way how Protoss sometimes work. So HerO so far getting +1, getting a robotics facility, adding on quite a few gateways.
Yeah, he's getting all the beautiful things in life. It's everything's lined up. I'm mostly curious to see if we're gonna get another DT play out of Murphy. He'll actually go for Blink. I want Blink.
I want Blink too.
Yes, yes, yes. I love my Blink. Oh man.
He's getting a lot of gates though.
You know,
Getting a lot of gates, man.
yeah, I've seen some dirty things though with these plays. Did you catch?
Siege enters HerO.
I haven't actually seen HerO's PvZ recently. He does play the +2 Blink style though, right?
Yep. I'm not actually sure if he throws in a robot. I know for a while he just literally went ham. Is HerO gonna go up to 3 bases now? I feel like this is a fake, Nate.
A fake third.
I'm not believing it. Are you believing it?
We'll have to see if Soulkey believes it. That's the real question.
No, Soulkey is going to find it, but I highly doubt he believes it. Like, that's just very weird to me. You stop on 44 probes or 46, you get like 8 gateways, and then you get a prism, it cancels everything immediately. Warp saying like, wow, that's so many sensors. Okay, what are you going to do, Liquid HerO? Road speed is on the way. What are you gonna do? What is he gonna do? Just pick up some sentries? And
Go for
try
the
to
ramp
fight
drop,
the main?
maybe? That'd be interesting. Yeah, he's gonna do it, it looks like.
So many units over here.
Oh my god.
Soulkey finds this base. He's like, alright, you have not experience yet. I think HerO's not sure what he wants to do. I think he's just gonna march across the map with everything. He's gonna put all his eggs, I think, in one basket, in one big final attack, as he has a bunch of Blink Stalkers. He's making one more probe. I still don't believe it, Nate. I still think he's lying.
Well, he's running
this
out
is
of
not
time.
this
He
is not a
needs to
full
make up
wall
his
off.
mind.
This is not a full wall off, by the way. If these Zerglings run into the... Okay, well, I've seen a lot of Stalkers, but that's very awkward too. These Stalkers are kind of caught between a rock and a hard place right now. Anyway, the army's coming back.
Oh, he's trying to surround it a little bit. That's not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay, not at all. Alright, HerO, where you gonna go?
Where you gonna go?
60 drones. Oh, a couple of sentries are trailing behind a little bit.
Force field, no luck there.
Wow, that sentry's getting so much love. Oh my god, he keeps it alive. No. He does die.
Well,
that was great. I enjoyed
invested
screaming.
so much.
Zergling's gonna try to see one more time. It's like, alright, you don't have 3 bases at all. Here are the force fields going down, but these sentries are supposed to be on a good pickup. HerO's playing quite fast right now, but he still needs to make some magic happen, man. He needs to be as dirty as one Protoss can possibly be. He needs to renew those force fields. He doesn't renew them in time.
Quite a few of the Roaches do get through. The Zerglings coming in from behind. Time Warps on the Roaches, trying to micro some of those units. The Sentries through the War Prisms while simultaneously blinking the Stalkers back. I guess he's making the best use he can of the position of his forces. Once he gets off creep, he can get a bit easier. Okay, those force fields weren't too bad.
But I still feel that this is in the end not going to be cost efficient enough. I think that Soulkey can just produce a ridiculous amount of roaches. Supply-wise, actually, it's kind of doable. 77 army supply against 53. With the right engagement at the right time.
Oh, is he going to blink up and try to force on the main ramp?
Oh no, he already had the blink queued up. But Soulkey is so good, man.
Yeah, he's not going to fall for that.
I'm sorry, Nick, but that was another soul read.
God. Kev, we need a better word for that. I'm not thinking soul read. Okay. Stalker's gonna blink straight on top of the Roaches. He's ready to fight in what is as close to hand-to-hand combat as you're gonna get with Protoss.
Yeah, that's not a very... I mean, actually, not the worst trade out there for HerO, but definitely not the best one either. He gets a couple of sentries unloaded again, drop a force field. He could actually trap those roaches on the low ground. Ends up losing those sentries that had a lot of energy gathered up. Now he's going to try to blink into the main base again. Lost the mothership coordinate. You need a sentry right now. Can he get the dream force field? Hashtag the dream.
Gets it. Oh, wait, can he squeeze through that at the top? No, no. Okay, so he's managed to block it off. He's got the other sentry loaded up in the War Prism. The Queen's coming over, trying to target down the War Prism. He's not able to get it. The Zealots continue to chase at the
he's going to renew it.
The Roach is going to go with the counterattack. Some more units coming up the ramp. Only a few Roaches do manage to squeeze through, but he's out of force fields. He needs to get another sentry up here.
Yeah, I think he's going to lose those sentries as well. Good pickups there by Soulkey. One more force field. Nah, it's not going to go down. These Zealots are going to get picked off, but Soulkey did lose a lot of supply during all this. I think he even lost a bunch of drones. He lost more than just a bunch of drones. Nate, he lost 17 drones.
Not bad. Oh, the Roaches are just running right through. Probes being pulled. Immortal being pushed back. The only defense that he would have had against this, that beautiful, beautiful Immortal, will die a horrible, painful death. And with that, I don't see HerO recovering from this. He's losing an absurd amount of probes.
Oh, does he even have
oh, there's Burrow. Oh, God.
Make it stop.
Well, now there's like nothing you can really do. Unburrows, like, okay, we kill some more units. Oh, no, the Immortal Okay, good pickup, HerO's gonna need to do some micro.
Well, that's a good force field there, over there on the ramp. Oh, the Immortal cannot die. The Immortal really cannot die. And HerO, of course, we know that he's an absolute god when it comes to Warp Prism Micro. Force field will go down once more. His units are so low on HP. He wipes in a few more cells. It's 67 supply against 99 right now. 43 drones against 37 probes. HerO is still trying to hang in there like an absolute champ. He's still going to try to pick up that Immortal a couple of times. He has to drop it on the high ground, I guess. Oh, Zerglings, man, he's losing too many stalkers. I think it's pretty much over, Nate.
I'm not really sure how he's supposed to deal with this anymore. That Immortal Micro still looks pretty nice, but nothing lasts forever, Kev.
Well, this might.
Well, if he loses everything else in the process, I'm not sure how worth. He actually has managed to drop below 100 supply, but he's still got more and more roaches and links spilling across the map. That Immortal.
Man, the thing is, his natural, man. His natural is just being
completely
walked over.
ravaged.
Oh.
Yeah, the Immortal finally dies, and GG is called. Soulkey will knock HerO out and advance onward.
Oh, good series by Soulkey for sure. HerO tried to definitely open up his bag of Protoss tricks over there. Definitely, you know, a little bit dirty as well, because we called some of the play from Daisy dirty, and this was definitely a little bit dirty by HerO too.
It was in the same realm, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, like always, you know. But I must say, like, when HerO does it, it does have a certain elegance to it. Maybe that's because I'm biased and I'm still a little bit of a HerO fanboy, but I just feel that HerO often sees these opportunities on the fly rather than that he had it planned out all along.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that.
Yeah. Like he was looking for it, but Soulkey with a couple of great reactions, I guess. Sorry, Nate, I have no other words for it. You know, having units on the high ground as well. HerO once or twice, always looking for that opportunity. Soulkey just excellent unit positioning, excellent game sense, and you know, he didn't fall for it. He didn't fall for the tricks that HerO had up his sleeve.
No, definitely a cool play from Soulkey. Very solid. Very solid. He moves on to play against Leenock in the qualifying match for the first duel tournament. Which is nice. He's got one more best of 3 to win. Another ZvZ.
Yeah, Leenock and Soulkey, of course, both awesome players to watch. Both players that I would love to see in the main event of the Intel Extreme Masters in Taipei. Soulkey has been one of my favorite Zergs pretty much since 2013, and you know, Leenock, when you go back to all the MLG days, he's often had so many deep rounds. Leenock has never won an IEM, unless my mind is failing me right now. But I'm pretty sure Leenock has never won IEM, but he has won pretty much everything else. I mean, he didn't win a GSO either, but he got close. He got to the finals.
Yeah. Leenock's always been an interesting case to follow. Definitely
Won a lot of MLGs.
Yeah.
Definitely won a
lot more success in the Wings of Liberty era.
That's true. That is true. But still, you know, got a couple of good runs here and there in Heart of the Storm. He beat Naniwa in that one final.
Yeah, DreamHack Stockholm,
Yeah.
20.
That was a great final. I mean, obviously I was like cheering for Naniwa a little bit, foreigner bias, but those games were awesome. I was blown away by the level of play from both. Anyways, we're going to head over to a very small break, and after that we'll be back with what will probably be our final series of the night. You are watching the secondary stream of the Intel Extreme Masters Open Bracket Taipei, which is brought to you by Intel, HyperX, Gigabyte, BenQ, and Nate?
Rocket.
Rocket, that's right. You knew. I knew too. Stay tuned.